Good morning, everyone. God bless you, and I hope you are having or you're gonna have a good day today. I wanna apologize. It was a shutdown yesterday, and I had some issues with the internet. I do these streams live on from my church, and something happened yesterday. And when I came in this morning, was a little bit late, and I find out the internet wasn't working. So I apologize about that. And after when I start talking to you, yesterday we were talking about Jesus healing in the Sabbath, and as we know, was a lot of fight between Jesus and the master of the law from that time, and they knew the law, but they were really restricted about the law and didn't. They forgot about like a do compassion and stuff like that. And as mostly the churches that like that right now, they're talking about the law, but they lost the love for God. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about a multitude, a great multitude follows Jesus. Something I want to say to start it is that everybody has a reason to follow Jesus. Everybody has a need which start following Jesus. And on this chapter, on Mark chapter 3, verse 7 to 12, it's talking about that. It's talking about a lot of people following Jesus. And there were not only people from one city, it was people from different cities. And it started in verse 7, but Jesus withdrew with his disciples to the sea, and a great multitude from Galilee following him, and from Judea, and Jerusalem, and Dumia, and beyond the Jordan. And those from Tyre and Sidon, a great multitude, when they heard how many things he was doing, came to him. So as we know, Jesus was doing a lot of miracles. He was teaching about the kingdom of God. He was teaching about the grace of the love of God. And a lot of people heard about that. A lot of people heard it was one person, was one guy doing a lot of things that nobody see before. Doing a lot of things and speaking, talking about things they haven't heard before. Because most of these people, they knew about the law, they knew about the master of the law was teaching them, but they didn't knew something deeper, something like a experience. And that people were looking for that. The people was looking for Jesus for experience. They might be sick, they might have disease, they might have a problems. We don't know what they have, but they were following him because they heard about it. And that's how the gospel, increase in every nation, every country, when people talking about everything what God has been done. And that's something very important we need to do as part of the body of Jesus Christ. We need to talk about everything that God has been done to our life. And if we can sit down and figure out and think about how many things God have been done to us, we can see have been done a lot of things. And some things we don't even think about it. We want to be able to receive. That's how God works. He do a lot of things and we don't even expect it. But He's God. He is our Father. He's taking care of all needs, and He's ready to be able to listen to prayers when we ask for something specific. But we need to pray with faith. So these people were behind Him. They were they were following Him. And the verse 9 said, so He called His disciples in the small boat, should be kept ready to Him because of the multitude, lest they should crush Him. So we was afraid there were so many people around Him who might be crush Him to something. And He told the disciples get ready about we can get into the boat to be away a little from the people, that way nothing bad can happen. And verse 10 said and for He healed many, so that as many as had afflictions pressed about Him to touch Him. So most of the people, they were looking for Jesus because they heard about all the miracles he had been done. Yesterday we talked about the guy with the bad hand, like I got like the hand was restored. But before that, Jesus was like doing a lot of miracles, and that's why the people they were looking for him. They want to talk to him. They want to touch him, because people they knew when he touched some people, people they were healed. So that's why people just want to touch it. And we can see a lot of chart in the Bible, like of this. There's a lot of experience about people, but only touching hand they get like a miracle, they get healed. So a lot of people were trying to touch him used to be healed, and the Bible said in the verse 11 say, and the unclean spirits, wherever they saw him, fell down before him and cried out, saying, "You are the Son of God." But he extremely warned them that they should not make him know. So the question we have about these charters is the following: why Jesus didn't want the people know who he was? Why? And it was a reason. It was a specific reason why, like, he didn't want to let the people know who he really was. We know, like, you gotta go to the history of the Israel, and when the people were slaves, they were slaves for so many times, and they get freedom. But right now we know, like, the Romans, that's the one who's taking control of everything. So right now they're under the imperial Rome. So they're still like not free. They're still not like do whatever they want. They're still not like a nation. They're still under the control of a bigger nation. So they were expecting someone to come, the Messiah. They were expecting the Messiah to come and to free them up and to establish a kingdom that's bigger than greatest than the all kingdoms on earth. So they knew about the Bible, they knew about history, they knew about all the promise that God had been brought to them through the Bible, through the prophets. So the people were expecting like someone who might take control as a king, as an eternal king, not as like a heaven. So they were expecting someone who were gonna get them out from the affliction of the Romans. And that's why he didn't want them to know who he really was, because he was here in this earth for one proposal. And the proposal was to give his life for sin. But give his life for the redemption or sin. So if all the people knew who he really was, they won't let him do whatever he came to this earth to do. So they were trying to get together to fight against the Romans. But Jesus didn't want that. Jesus came to this earth to get people ready to start like speaking about the gospel, to speaking about the good news. But at the same time, he came to this earth to give his life for the whole world. Not only for those people who we are belong to the body, not only those people who are belong to the kingdom of God. He came to the earth to give his life for every single one person from the earth. And that's something Jesus was clear about it. He did a lot of miracles to understand, to make the people understand like a God has the power to do a lot of things. That God had the power to keep control of everything. So he was teaching about the love, the right love. He was teaching about the right things to the people do, to be able to like see miracles. Jesus was talking about faith, about like be able to keep in touch with the Father, to do everything the Father was telling him to do. So he was teaching the people to have a relationship with God, to have like a close relationship with God. So that's why he was teaching, but at the same time, he didn't want the people to let him who he was. The only people who we see that we're trying to see who he was, there was like the master of the law. They were the only one, that religion power, they were the only one who were against Jesus. The regular people, they were not like trying to see who he really was. They saw him doing miracles. They saw him a lot of things. That's why they were following him, but didn't want to pay attention who he really was. They just need something from him. And when we came to this time, everything goes like a different, because we go to Jesus because we need something from him. But on this in this point, like not like before, not like those people, they just want to get a miracle. And to be honest, most of the people, they start looking for God when they're getting to bad position, when they get something bad in their life, when they got exit, when they got no options. So people start looking for God, to God start making the changes to take control of their life. But when all their lives is fixed, they just get away, and that's not the right way to do it. We following Jesus that because he is the Lord, because he is God, he is the Son of God, who came here to give his life for for our sin, for our redemption. So we follow Jesus for so many things. And some point, like Jesus was looking the multitude, and one point he said, like, you know why you following me? Not because who I am. You are following me because for everything I give to you, because I feed you, because I give you bread. This most people was following Jesus because of that, to get free food, not because they wanna get close relationship with him. We can see when he get to Jerusalem, when he get into, and the same people who was like preaching, who was like looking for him, was the same people who say crucify. So we can see at the end moment who is following Jesus, but the right way, by he is, or by the benefits. And that's something we need to be clear about it. Why we follow Jesus? To get a blessing, to have him like take control of our life, to make some changes that we can make. Why we following Jesus? And that's a deep question. We need to think about it. We are following Jesus by the blessing he has been given to us, by the benefits we can get by being part of the body of Jesus Christ, or we following him for the sacrifice he made for our life. So when you're following Jesus for the right way, you start getting like need more and more of him. You tend to gain really close relationship with him because you want him. You want the person of Jesus. You don't want the benefits that belong to that. You want him. And that's the main point of this. We following him because he gave his life for us. So think about it. Think about it, and be honest with you and with him. And you might be started following him by the benefits. Because the human being is like that, looking for benefits. But that need to be changed. We gotta follow him by the love each of us on the cross. So God bless you, and hope you're gonna have a wonderful day today. And again, I'm very, very sorry about to start late today. I'm getting a little bit sick too, but hope God it won't be something bad. So have a wonderful day, and I want to invite you to share this video. I want to invite you to connect against next Saturday 6 a.m. with a new live streaming. So God bless you and have a wonderful